for every industry, there are certain tools or social types of marketing that work very well. You understand? Now, everyone knows social media marketing, right? And I did explain that there are different types of social media marketing. We have networking, messaging, collaborating, and even in every of this platform, we have the the ones that has a professional touch of things. For example, LinkedIn. You understand? There's this professional attitude there. You get. So, in other words, for such professional individuals or whatever social media handle you're using, you want to consider the type of people you're providing that content that you're going to be providing content for. Let me give you an example of what I mean. If you're into HR, you know HR, human resource, where you help companies with employment. I mean, getting their staff in and ensuring that these people perform to their optimum, to their very best. Now, for that type of handle, you would do exceptionally well on one LinkedIn. You understand? One of the reasons why you would do so is because small businesses always want to find themselves in LinkedIn. Why? Because number one, it proves they exist. Number two, it gives them a professional touch to things. You understand? That's something. LinkedIn, for even small businesses, they want to appear on LinkedIn. LinkedIn helps you collaborate with other businesses. If you're on LinkedIn and people know you're on LinkedIn and you've built a level of, yeah, people use it to get jobs, but for businesses, let me explain the two side. You're saying, yeah, an employer or they ask like if you have any. Okay, let me. Okay, sure, they will. Now, let me share something this powerful. LinkedIn, you can actually do things with LinkedIn as an employer or as an employee or one who's seeking a job. As an employee who has a level of experience, you can start posting content and teaching one or two things about your field. You understand? What that does is that it creates future opportunity for you. The more content you provide on LinkedIn and show that you're someone of value, you understand? What happens is that it opens door. You understand? It opens door. For example, there may be people who need your service, whether remotely or on site. They can reach out to you. You understand? That's for the employee. You understand? Then for one who's seeking a job, there are a lot of jobs on LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, I know one person who works in a firm, okay, and got the job through LinkedIn. You understand? Then the third is B2B, business to business type of marketing. LinkedIn is a very good place to do that. That is, businesses can have pages on LinkedIn, okay? And then they'll post meaningful content for their audience on LinkedIn. And also, LinkedIn serves as a portfolio and as a proof that you've been consistent and that you're someone, okay? That is, this company actually provide a certain service, and that is why they often handle their LinkedIn with a level of priority and respect. For example, if you're on LinkedIn and a company is soliciting your help, that is, they need your assistance, okay, to do a particular thing online. And obviously, you've watched them, that these guys, they don't post anything. You first of all want to doubt. But if you know these guys are consistent repeatedly on LinkedIn, you want to respond. Imagine a company that is, they need your assistance as a digital marketer and they've been on LinkedIn for close to 10 years. You went on their page on LinkedIn and you saw their content. What happens? You'll be very comfortable with responding to them, Abby. That's it. But if you find a company who has I had one time, and this company said something about cryptocurrency or so. And when they said that, I was like, okay, no problem. Let me search for them. And I found no information about them. If you were to be in my shoes, what would you do? Ignore them, right? Exactly. That's what I did. So for businesses who want to connect to other businesses, LinkedIn is a very good place. You understand? So now where I'm actually going to is this, that once you know that the people that you're providing your services for, okay, You're providing your services to people who are professional. There's something about people who are professional. There's something about them. They actually they actually have value for their email. Someone who works in the bank, the CEO, the manager of a company, or someone who runs, like I said, an HR company, actually would constantly will read their email. But if you just provide information to someone who just enjoy TikTok and doesn't have time for email marketing, they don't often have time to even check their mail. You see that now, right? So this is what I advise. Before you get into email marketing or you advise or recommend email marketing for a company, ask yourself this question. Do their type of audience care about email marketing? The AC is on. That's why. So once you understand the type of people you're reaching out to, email marketing becomes very important. Remember what I said that people have to see 7 to 10 of your different content. Now remember, content doesn't have to be videos. It can be what again? It can be copies, that is written content. It can be audio on your podcast channel. Okay. It can be graphic designs, slides, carousel on Instagram or Facebook. Any of these things can actually provide content. But the question you should always ask yourself is this. Like I always say, put yourself in the shoes of your customers or clients. Ask yourself this question. If I happen to need my service and I see this type of content, will it put my attention? Will it convince me that I'm the right person? If no, then you probably should not post that content. You see that now? You shouldn't post that content.